Yippee!
And just your initial thoughts on Nick getting the contract.
Just really happy. Ecstatic, actually. You should have seen me screaming earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard you were the screamer.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
How'd you find out?
I was getting my lunch, and Coach Wilkes walking down the hall, he grabs me. He's like, Bosa's here. And I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it, but hey, he's here.
Have you gotten to the point where you thought you were going to play week 1 without him?
You got to prep as if he wasn't going to be here, hoping that he is going to be here, and he's here.
Brad, there was a lot of next man up talk on Monday about Bosa not being here. Is that a lot of BS?
I guess it doesn't matter now. He's here, so we ain't even got to talk about it.
Fred, this team has such high expectations in it. You can kind of click off all the position groups and you go covered. But when you got that last piece, what does it do for the kind of collective psyche of this team?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good morale boost just to have one of our best players back on the team, players and leaders. I'm just ecstatic to have him back.
You went through this to a lesser extent in that you didn't take as long to get you here, but you went through the big contract renegotiation or extension talk. And how does that change the way you feel and the way you play? Early in that year, you said it weighed on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's situation is different, but that's just part of the business side of it. Everybody thinks it's just all football, but then obviously when you get into that kind of portion of it, the business side kind of takes over. But now that he's done that part of it's done, he can put it behind him and just go out there and play free.
Do you expect him?
As a team, you have a little older nucleus, you got some younger guys who are on the come. You and Nick are kind of right in the middle there, 25, 26. How important is it for you guys to kind of, knowing that you're going to be here for a while, to make sure you're setting the standard so that those younger guys elevate and continue on this winning track?
That's always been the mindset. For me, I'm always just kind of living in the present, not thinking too far ahead of what's to come, just taking things one day at a time, so it doesn't change much. I'm sure everybody knows how he makes everybody's life easier, not just me. Being one of the most dominant defensive players in the league, in the run and pass game, just the most complete player on the edge, clears a lot of things up for me.
And in that same sense, knowing that this was the best defense in football last season, why it's so important to have him back as a unit?
I mean, you just obviously want one of your best players on the team, regardless of last season's last season. It's time for this season. It's a new year. We start with a clean slate, just like everybody else week 1.
I know you don't have the game plan, but how much do you expect him to play on Sunday?
No idea. Just happy he's back.
Fred, what sticks out about Pittsburgh's offense to you?
Here we go, Pittsburgh. Let's see. I think they have a really good team. I think people obviously aren't talking about them a whole lot just based off of how their season went last year. But to win 7 of their last 9 last year, it gives me a little bit of the feelings that we had back in 19. When we started, nobody really was talking about us, but they have everything that you'd want. A young quarterback who has a lot of confidence, some great playmakers on that side of the ball, and big physical offensive line. So it's going to be a huge test for us.
That's good. Thank you, guys.